concern was trying to find a layout and a design that was going to work with the house that we had, right? We had tried pushing shapes and everything around on paper.
I remember that.
Numerous times.
Yeah, you've been uploading.
And looked at, what if you changed the footprint of the house? But in the end, it was really difficult. And so I think the main concern was trying to come to an open floor plan that worked, and that when we pulled out a wall, the house wouldn't fall down or anything like that, that was probably the biggest thing, is figuring out what's going to work with the floor plan that we had.
Awesome. And how'd we do?
I think we came out with the best possible design within the space we had.
What was the main aspect? Well, I think you kind of answered the question. The main aspects of the features for the goal to the kitchen design was getting it to that point where we're not going to invest on getting into this main room, bring it down to the size that was.
Yeah, so really these were two separate rooms that we're sitting in now, and then also the visibility out back, the light and the openness. Those are the things that we're really striving for. But then we wanted the functionality and the flow within the kitchen. Again, you came down to space, and it was challenging, but we finally came up with a design that worked. We had little things that drove us crazy, like the door opening into the refrigerator, and so we fixed that by turning the door and going with counter depth fridge. Having a nice cooktop and the hood, and some of these other features that we really wanted, but it took time to get there, because I think we started working with you in September of 2020, and we didn't really finish design until probably, I would say, we signed off on the paperwork in April of 21.
Right.
It was a lot of back and forth. It was during COVID, mind you, but still there was a lot of back and forth trying to design, and you didn't lose your patience, so I'll give you that.
What were the things that impressed you most about the Galleria and the design center, along with the kitchen department?
Yeah, well, so I just said with the design, so the fact that you stuck with us and while we're trying to figure out the best possible layout, I think was good. I think what opens some things up is when you put your own, get your own shop together for building boxes for the cabinets, because and going with the frameless cabinets, because it opened up some of the possibilities that we wanted to try to open up. So it gave us flexibility in terms of the design. And then during the course of the project, when we would freak out that something wasn't right, it was easy enough for you to, get this and put it in, so then we worked with Ray, and Ray would help to make sure that things got taken care of.
Thank you. What would you say, what would you like to say to a person who would want to renovate their kitchen and doesn't know where to start?
Yeah, so it's really at the beginning. You have to be open-minded in the design phase. I would say don't feel pressure to make a decision quick. Really look at different possibilities. We had talked to a few other people prior, and they wanted to do what they wanted to do, but they lose patience in terms of, or they want us to come to a decision, and it's not always that easy. So for some people, it's probably easy, but not always.
Would you recommend, the Galleria, the design center, and Dream Kitchens to friends and family?
Yeah, I mean, looking back at it, I don't like the process at all. So when you go through the process, it's always challenging, because if you work in your house, or even when you're trying to live here, it's disruptive, and so it's uncomfortable. But if you look back and then you look at the result and where we are today, we're happy with that.